Hi, I'm Mary Chibb with Bentley Systems. Today I want to show you a method to manage repetitive curtain wall panels in your building model so that you can easily make changes to a single panel and have it update all instances of that panel. I've been working on modeling this office building. It now has 6 floors, and the upper 4 floors are the same. So the curtain wall for that floor has been modeled once and is simply referenced multiple times to the building model. That means I only need to modify one floor and that would update all 4 floors. But even so, on that one floor, I have this corner panel which repeats at each corner. So I actually have 8 instances of that panel. So when I need to make a change to the design of that panel, I realized I would need to modify each instance. Or maybe modify one instance, delete the rest, and mirror copy the revised panel around my floor plan. Neither are particularly efficient. So this is what I did. I'm going to navigate back to the reference where the actual curtain wall panels are, which is in this AA floor office tip skin. And I'm just going to do an exchange into that file. Let's just isolate that floor. So there we can see those 8 corner panels. So I'm going to select one panel. I'm going to copy it to the clipboard and then copy it back into another file. So I'll just select that entire panel, come right press, select copy to clipboard. Then I'm going to go and create a new file. And I'm going to name this file AA underbar CW panels. So this is going to be a library of sorts that I will store any standard curtain wall panel for my building. So I'm going to start by creating a new model within this file. We will name it WW1. This is panel which I'm calling window wall 1. And we'll select OK. And now I'm going to paste from the clipboard that panel which I copied. Now just get it down there close to my 0, 0 origin. I'm actually going to move the entire panel so that this lower corner here, which I'm going to align with my building slab, is on the 0, 0 origin. So this is the one instance of the panel. What we'll do is then reference it back to the model. Before we do that, I'm just going to make a quick change. That way we'll recognize the referenced panel. So that's our panel. And I'm just going to navigate back to my typical skin file. So I'm going to start by deleting the 8 panels that I have in here. Notice when I delete the panels that the panels were not perforating the wall. They were simply panels arranged within the facade. Keep in mind that reference panels would not perforate a wall, but that will not be a problem since we simply had panels that were arranged alongside of some other wall panels. Now I'll open my reference dialog. I'll go to Attach Reference, and I'm going to attach our AA curtain wall panels DGN that we just created. And I'm going to attach that WW1 model that has our panel. I'll attach coincident, and then we'll move it into place within the facade. And one other thing I'm going to switch on here is a little icon down here which says Treat Attachment as Element for Manipulation. That will allow us to use our standard move, copy, mirror, rotate tools on the panel and treat it just like an element or an object in the design and not so much like a reference. So let's turn that on and we'll select OK. So there's our panel. I'll close the reference dialog. I can just right press, select my move tool. And I'm just going to select my corner there. We're going to rotate here to an isometric view. Let's turn off that camera. I want to get it right there on the corner. Switch to a wireframe so I can see it there. I'll get right there on that corner between my metal panel and the edge of the slab. Turn off the plane locks, and there we go. So now I've got that referenced panel right where I want it, fits right into my facade there. And then I can place it on the other 8 corners by simply using my mirror tools. So I can select mirror, select one panel. I'm going to mirror it about the diagonal of the corner. And then I can select both those panels. And we'll just mirror across our plan. So we now have 8 instances of our panel. If I open my reference dialog, you'll see I have 8 instances of that panel attached. So they are references, but because I have this option clicked on, treat as element for manipulation, I'm able to copy and rotate them just as I would any object in my model. So now that we have that set up, let's navigate back to our composition model. And so we can see now this is that modified panel, and it's all referenced in. If I look at the hierarchy of my reference attachments, there's those 8 curtain wall panels attached. So now I have the curtain wall panel set up in a way that if I need to make a change, I can easily activate the panel reference from any file and update all the panels. So for instance, I'll select this panel here, right press. I can select Activate, and just make sure I select the correct model, WW1. It's going to gray everything but that panel. So if I wanted to add, for instance, another horizontal mullion here, I'm going to come over here, use the copy line. I'm going to copy another line 2 feet up. I could also select all those new panels and change the panel type to maybe some sort of operable panel, like a hopper window. And then again, I can right press and deactivate my reference. And note that all those panels, every corner panel, has been updated based on the changes just made. So once I've set that up in such a way that my different panel types are referenced into the model, I can very quickly and easily modify and change panels and keep everything in sync.
If you found this video helpful, please give it a like. If you want to see more such series, consider subscribing to our channel. Thank you, and see you next time.